What is up everyone, welcome back to another figure review, and today I'm taking a look at the Real Action Heroes Saber Extra. If you haven't yet seen the unboxing video, then make sure to check that out, and of course if you want one of these yourself, then just head on over to Hobbylink Japan through that link down there in the description. The first thing you'll notice when you get this figure out of the box is that she is big. There she is compared to the Figma Saber Extra, a 1/7 scale figure, and a Master Grade Gundam. And of course this huge size comes with a huge amount of advantages. The first and most obvious of these is the shelf presence. Something this big is going to be noticed on your shelf. And the second most obvious one is the amount of detail that can cram in here. The costume looks awesome. This is mainly made out of various cloths, most notably the red with a satin finish, the matte white, as well as the transparent white on the skirt section. The gold for the most part is printed on, but some parts like these sections here, they're done in a kind of gold pleather type material. And of course, as well as all the fabric materials, we've also got a lot of plastic on here as well. Mainly that's on the shoulder pads, this section here on the torso, as well as the boots. The sculpt of the head and the hair is pretty nice. Moving around here to the back, and you can see the bow and the bun type thing she has back there. Some nice paint and shading. The face itself is a little bit on the plain side, but this is the default face and usually they're not so exciting. The eyes there looking nice as well. Onto accessories, and here she is with everything that she comes with. So as for faces, we've got the default face that you've seen already, this open-mouthed face, as well as this angry open-mouthed face for attack poses. And as well as alternate faces, we've also got one dynamic alternate hair segment. As for hands, we've got the default pair of relaxed hands, some widespread open hands, a pair of fists, as well as two hands for holding the included rows, like this and like this. And of course, not to forget that absolutely epic sword. So now let's move really quickly through the articulation. There is the head all the way to the front, all the way to the back, so not a whole lot there. Left and right, and I assume that can spin all the way around. Yes, it can. Articulation at the shoulder, all the way up. The shoulder pad there gets a little bit in the way of that. Same with the front and back here. It is a little bit restricted by the clothing. There is the bend at the elbow, absolutely no problems with that at all. And of course the wrist is that standard wrist ball joint, so you get everything you could want from that. As for the waist, that's to the front and that's to the back. For a second there I thought you'd get nothing, but it's a little bit stiff. So one more time, to the front, that is pretty good for something like this, for a doll type figure. And there it is, all the way to the back. Actually that's even better than I originally thought. So that, okay, it's starting to loosen up more and more. You get a lot there. There's all the way back and there's all the way forward. That is actually incredible. We also have some side to side in here as well. This feels better than some of the Real Action Heroes I've felt before. Maybe I didn't force them enough, but that feels pretty good. There is that kick all the way up to the front, and as you can see, that is awesome. Next now, all the way to the back, and again that is pretty good. All the way out, and she can almost do the splits. We have another point of articulation in here, so that leg can spin side to side. There is that bend at the knee, and once again, that is incredible. Lastly then is the ankle. There's the pivot to the front, to the back. We've got some rotation there as well, and some side-to-side pivot. To be honest, I haven't reviewed a whole lot of Real Action Heroes, but this one right here has to be, by far, the one with the best articulation. This is phenomenal. So that is it for the review. I know a lot of people would probably ask which you think is better, the Figma or the Real Action Heroes, and right now I actually think the Real Action Heroes is better. Pretty much in every aspect, it's better. The Figma is a bit on the rare side and can be quite expensive for what it is, and although these figures are expensive, I do feel this one right here is worth it. I'm always a little bit on the fence about the kind of clothing aspect of Real Action Heroes. With the Ryuko, it kind of got in the way a bit. With the Attack on Titan figures, it was still pretty good, but the pleather was a little bit annoying. But for a figure like this in a dress, it works really, really well. It looks really natural, it doesn't get in the way for the most part, besides those shoulder pads, it really does not get in the way of the articulation. All in all, this is an awesome figure, and I would definitely recommend picking it up. And if you are looking to get one of your own, then check out that link down there in the description. So I know there's going to be one question that I'm going to be asked over and over again, and that is, does the dress come off? But there is Velcro here on the back, so let's find out.